I'm going to describe 7 soft rock songs that dominated radio in 1977, but I won't tell you the titles right away. These weren't album cuts or deep tracks. These were the songs playing in every grocery store and dentist's office from coast to coast that year. What surprised me during my research was how even people who lived through 1977 struggle to name all 7 when they only hear the stories behind them. I'll give you the background and recording details. You try to figure out which song I'm talking about before the reveal. Let's see how you do. Song number 1. The biggest soft rock ballad of 1977 came from a 20-year-old singer whose father was a famous 50s pop star, and this was her very first hit single. Joe Brooks wrote it for a movie of the same name, originally planning for the film's actress to perform it, but the producers wanted a proper recording artist for the radio release. The young singer recorded it at a Los Angeles studio with a full orchestral arrangement by Pat Williams that builds throughout the track, and her vocal is pure and clear with real sincerity. When the single dropped in summer of 1977, it climbed to number 1 and stayed there for 10 consecutive weeks, which was rare even back then. Can you guess it? The song won the Grammy for Song of the Year in 1978. This is Debbie Boone singing "You Light Up My Life," and if you got that one, you're off to a strong start. Song number 2. One of the biggest rock bands in the world showed their softer side with a track about watching a relationship lose its spark, with lyrics about how everyone wants the new kid in town and everyone likes being around the latest thing. Glenn Frey wrote it with Don Henley and J.D. Souther, and they recorded it at Criteria Studios in Miami with Bill Shimchick producing. The harmony vocals are incredibly intricate. All 3 main singers contributed, and they spent days getting those harmonies exactly right. That electric piano riff at the opening sets the melancholy mood instantly. Released in late 1976, the single peaked at number 1 in early 1977 and helped push Hotel California to massive sales while winning the Grammy for Best Vocal Arrangement for 2 or more voices. Got it? There's a new kid in town. This is the Eagles with New Kid in Town, and that electric piano tone became one of the signature sounds of 70s soft rock. Song number 3. A British-American band's female keyboardist wrote this song about the overwhelming intensity of romantic love, comparing those feelings to thunder and rain and lightning. Recording took place at the record plant in Sausalito during famously turbulent sessions where 2 couples in the band were breaking up, which added real emotional weight to the material. The lead vocal comes from the guitarist, his voice warm and slightly rough, while Christine McVie and Stevie Nicks provide harmony vocals on the chorus in what became the signature Fleetwood Mac sound. The production is polished but restrained, with a steady groove from the rhythm section and tasteful guitar fills supporting those incredible vocal arrangements. The track reached number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the album Rumours went on to sell over 40 million copies worldwide. Can you name it? Stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. This is Fleetwood Mac's "Don't Stop," written by Christine McVie, which later became famous again in the 90s as Bill Clinton's campaign theme. Song number 4. A British artist who'd been trying to break through in America for years finally hit it big in the States in 1977 with this straightforward love song. Albert Hammond and Carol Bayer Sager wrote it, 2 of the most successful pop songwriters of that era, and the artist recorded it in London with a prominent synthesizer line running throughout the entire track. His voice is high and clear, almost fragile sounding, which adds to the emotional vulnerability of the lyric, and there's a string arrangement that swells during the chorus to give the whole thing real romantic sweep. Released in early 1977, The single climbed all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed on the charts for months as this artist's signature song in America. Know this one?
When I need you, I just close my eyes.
This is Leo Sayer singing "When I Need You," and the song manages to feel both intimate and grand at the same time. Song number 5. James Taylor took a 1960 doo-wop song by Jimmy Jones and gave it a complete 70s soft rock makeover for his biggest hit of 1977. Recording took place at Warner Brothers recording studios with Lenny Waronker producing, and the arrangement features really nice guitar work from Danny Korchmar backing Taylor's easy, intimate vocal style. The song is about a guy who can fix anything and help anyone with their problems, but the real message is romantic availability. Taylor's relaxed, conversational delivery makes the whole thing feel effortless, and that laid-back quality connected with audiences immediately. The single reached #4 in late 1977 and showed how an old song could become completely fresh in the right hands. Got it?
In broken hearts, I'm your handyman.
This is James Taylor with Handyman. Song number 6, Speed Round. An Australian band that found their biggest success on American soft rock charts recorded this song about communication and support in relationships, featuring their trademark 3-part harmonies and a very polished California-influenced sound. Working with American producers and session musicians in Los Angeles by this point, the band delivered a track where the lead vocal is shared between two members over a solid mid-tempo groove from the rhythm section. The chorus has real sing-along quality, and there's a melodic, tasteful guitar solo in the middle that never tries to show off. The song reached #3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1977 and established them as one of the premier soft rock acts of the era. Name it.
What's it like inside the bubble? Does your head ever give you trouble? It's no...
This is the Little River Band with "Help Is On Its Way," showcasing what they did best with perfectly constructed songs and flawless vocal arrangements. Song number 7, Final Challenge. A British band known for clever, sophisticated pop songs and intricate production recorded this track about all the crazy, irrational things people do when they're in love at Strawberry Studios in England. Eric Stewart and Graham Gouldman, the two main members, sang lead and harmony vocals with their voices blending beautifully over layered and complex arrangements, featuring multiple guitar parts, keyboards, and those incredible stacked vocal harmonies that became their signature. There's even a little doo-wop style section in the middle as a nod to the 50s music they grew up loving. Released in late 1976, the single climbed the American charts in early 1977 and eventually reached #5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Last one, can you get it? This is 10cc with "The Things We Do for Love." And the song has this joyful, exuberant quality that makes it impossible not to smile when you hear it. So how did you do with all 7? If you got 5 or more, you're definitely in that rare 5% who really know their 1977 soft rock. I'd love to know in the comments which one gave you the most trouble, or if you got all 7 and want to brag about it. Which of these songs is your favorite, and which one brings back the strongest memories for you? If you enjoyed this challenge, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more music history content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.